Waiting, 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 waiting. And there. There's gonna have to wait to see something's gonna have to close the garage where she's leaving. Then she told me to do about her online. It's about the unveils. That treats it so lightly, so colorful, rainbowed, they're different. And just like it says, I believe you. If I could, I am very special for you guys. I kind of like a bit of specializations. There's your wishes I could. Ladies and gentlemen, and today is the holiday on the winter break. I am the Santa Claus today, as the day is exciting on the North Pole and New York City, New York State. Tonight, we're doing the one show today only is the elf in the Christmas wear, and the little guy is the Christmas elf. And with their two dogs. Hey! I can hear anybody started now. Yeah, that's what they're gonna have to the waiting before the time. That's what it is different. I just want to agree with this you. Don't worry, Jack. That's what it has supposed to be doing. You know, say, listen up, you two dogs. That's worried enough. That's what it is, just like it says. I am joining you about the elf show tonight. So you two have to get back there to the showtime. Not yet. Not yet. I just wanted to check you out there. And making sure it's in the area. Oh. Bam.
Okay.
Foul thing.
Get busy here, man.
Foul things.
Not yet. In a minute.
Foul things. Boom. Come on, you scums, you two. What are you waiting for?
Hey, put this into the
I
tree.
don't know you think you're doing here. That's what it means too. What is that? What is that? Not yet. You two. Wait till about in the morning. Wait until about in the morning. For why? Because we have to wait to tell about for 13 hours. 13 hours? That's big enough. That big is a yes. I'm joining it about very busy right now. I just have to stay back there for now. Well, that's good enough, you know. I'm backing down the show today. Back to Santa Claus. Thank you for the comments there, little elf. And we join you to be here today. And it's tonight, it's a very show today. If your favorite we know about, we're thinking about the bedtime stories and Christmas, and show orders to you, as should be duplicated, diplomas, and graduates per the night. Thank you for coming in, guys. Have a great Christmas. Merry Christmas. Yoo-hoo! Cheer up, man. Cheer up. Oh, man. We messed up, too. I know. Can't believe it on the Christmas Santa Claus leaving. That's very sadable. Why? That was fun today, guys. You know, someday I just have to get some air outside to check off the snows to see what this looks white and light. Nas would be good, easier then. We'll be walking out about easier. That's easier. Sorry, peeps and napes. Didn't mean to do that for you guys. For robbed, also we do. Also would be darn thing at that. And the clouds looks like they're about brown. That snow cloud looks brown in the night. Looks like the orange and what's the orange about some news. Well, that should be fun today, guys. You know, having fun in the Santa Claus parade class shows and the Christmas tree. And in one elf, the one story has the two dogs. Where did the Christmas elf close? Then the elves working at the factories, and those who we do have the takes about the Santa Claus. Those who really could about understanding have to say anything they could, which is not could, which is not on, which is on respect to you guys. Boop, 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 boop. So anyway, hey there, minutes. This is Discovery Scouts, a Pirates of the Caribbean film series here. Captain Simon Perriman here, and today is Sunday, December 24th, 2017 today. You know, today is next week for the last day, 2017 today. The best of 2017, 2016, 2015, 2014, 2013, 2012, 2011, 2010, and 2009, 2008 only. You know, sometimes if it come back to the earth in centuries, or sometimes in the future of 2016, much as will you best. The future of an advanced program from Amel Ridge High Schools, Fruition Junior High, Ridgecrest, and some of them my future my best friends do. All of my the Facebooks, Instagrams, and Twitters, and Igmers, and Tumblr, and Hangouts there. If your favorite shows today. And it's also we do on about Christmas Day, Eve for the trees. It's also wherever you want, and those are my families, those are the misunderstanding, and just wanted to say, really agree with you guys. Just wherever you want, you know. Today is about the leftovers for Total Divas. That would be the next Wednesday, but that would be and Wednesday, January 3rd, 2018 today, and that would be the Total Divas for the 7th season on Maurice, Carmella, Lana, Nia Jax, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Debris, Bella, and Daniel Bryan, and recurring, and John Cena, The Miz, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Bayley, Sasha Banks, Alicia Fox, and Paige, and recurring on Total Divas on Girls on Superstars and Divas. I went to the leftovers in 45. Takes 45 minutes. It's just honestly it's the biggest mistakes there, and I was I currently futures. Oh, I currently in the future of this. Yes!
Come here!
Shoot.
Paper towel for Dory, man. Something hanging out of his mouth. He's been throwing up on here.
Crap. Yeah, we're back, matey. Alright, we're on. We're back outside. We're back outside, guys. And sorry about that, mates. It's much as it be in a lot of time, so that's really the makes it to see everybody's doing the behind the scenes on WWE Wrestling Divas today, and some news about Carmella, Becky Lynch, Natalia, Tamina, Lana, and Ruby Wild and Wild Squad today, and including Liv Logan, and Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan, and against the Absolution in 2018, and 11 women's battle royal, including to 23, and 19 women's battle royal. It's gonna be on today. It's true. Then the Raw against the Smackdown be coming in soon as much as we can, and that will be for the next month, next day, next time, for next week to see WWE Championship every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and Raw, SmackDown, NXT before every 4 days. And be sure you have to the WWE Network channels if you have to the demand. So when you get to the register, sign in to the email and password is. And if you have to pay in some WWE Network's card, as much as you can. If you have the gift cards, and just get to the confirmed and transportations. If you get to the airport to see 35 states as much as you can, much as you learn about going out the country and in India where Jinder Mahal is. That will be the brothers, the Singh brothers. That would be some nerves and the Mer Singhs. That should be it. So, but that is my point. It's the good news about really the disappointing for you guys. Some downstairs in the den decided to see everything from about for sarcasm, familiar to things about the hard workers, and the before some news about the build up to some people's life, and if you give up the way to have somehow the sarcasm Tory. So divas didn't notice it our narcissism or sarcasm like some of those like the guys do. And superstars didn't notice this about reasoning about the Miz has to put the buy Maurice has the house for sales. Did she do it? Does she do it anything about for the last month? So she apparently in about for the last 12 months. And Maurice just put the business house sale on Miss TV. But he says no. So he says one of the reasons to say that's his no. That's his no. That's a really excitement to see a notice about it very disrespectful. And that's really gonna be disrespectful if you don't want it to talk to anybody else, it will get a cost a lot to get about the trouble. It didn't notices about do anything about it sometimes and it captures against the realm. And there will be consequences in about some fights on Total Divas. That would be the Nikki battles about for the last 3.5 years, and they won't be arguing about her sisters for her twins. And Alana and Natalia was fighting in about for last week for fighting each other, and then they have to really confirm it. To do somebody to have to fight. Those would we do something the most very disappointed and deliberately disobeying, and they broke it up for about for parties and what was wrong with them, and during the pranks, private hotels room, out in the natty's room, into the bedroom. And they have to that ladies have to go up there like Elizabeth says. You all gonna have to grow up. You all gonna have to grow up. She says, you're gonna have to have all to grow up. She believed what she did to her for the news about for the last night for throwing in her phone and the luggage stuff, her apologizing, and the Atlanta's gonna slapping each other and fighting each other. She'll be consequences. She'll have to the one that says she'll have to believe. She'll gonna believe what she did to her. What she did to have her going out for date nights for the late divas dinner and going inside to the constant experience of the dance, and they were slapping Natty's and Lana, and she's thrown champagne on her, and that should be consequential for Natty and Lana too, and she was not supposed to be throwing bottles of champagne, and those two of them have to do really something most have to be the consequences like one of the episodes on Total Divas included Nami. So Nami have to stop Lana and Natty just as says she'll have to know about the believing you to do something very some fight if it's not acceptable. That's not to be okay. That's really totally about liable. The like it says, don't ever do that again. Do I ever say it again? Oh shit. That's a bucket. That's a bucket. It's gonna be snow a lot of things, very careful. My dad's busy right now. She's still cleaning out while she her phone right now. Snow, sun in the winter, snow, sun in the weather, wanted to make sure really quiet. Sorry, mateys. Just decided very excited to do expectations later, or from now on. Everything more of them and about very interesting. So, sorry. All things new. I buried him who have to just start it now and seeing once at the very moments. So all things new. And the extractions. This is my totally about very most interesting of what I ever met before. That she says, do I ever say that again? That's what it gonna told me to. That's what Lana and Natty doing apologizing and about for fighting, doing about for the last 6 months. And she was they were given the hug together to be the best friends ever. And Alexa's leaving to going up Monday Night Raw to following the direction, doing it almost 100%, while she's able to confirmation to do to the strong explanations later. Now she's thinking about she's very best friend for Nia Jax, and Bree's waiting for Nia to her dog, where she's Monday Night Raw with challenges of Dana Brooke or Mickie James or Asuka doing it the women's championship on after Seth Rollins and Deanna both defeat Cesaro and Sheamus, and Roman Reigns and versus Braun Strowman on two fatal match on Hell in a Cell. And that would be, in that case, that's just how a lot of things about 30,000 capacities of people are very excited to see superstars and divas on WWE Network Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday Night Raw, Smackdown, and NXT, and Sunday night. Yeah. Yeah. All they know. At this first moment, so backing outside the snow, Again. I'm mankind. And now somehow, I'm just gonna have to sit relaxed there. And that would be the comfortable wood chair. That would be me. That would be reconfirm it to be Happy New Year's in 2018. And some cases, if you most of you have some really Boston Pirates of the Caribbean and the ride during the completely on the Dead Man Tales and the last 2 years and behind the scenes and March 2015 and March through June 2015 and so remember what we do in about and the Ruddy Rose versus Monarch versus the Silent Mary during the fight each other into the Devil's Triangle, making the fog and smoke. And one of the Solid Star just killing his crew, including Captain Toms and lieutenant officers. Then Henry Turner's in about former of the British Royal Navy, and in the St. Martin, robbery of a bank, and the jail, and the brig, and the executioner, the guillotine, and the confrontation by Barbossa into the aborted the Queen Anne's Revenge from Blackbeard. He was at the bandit with his new ship, was in the middle of the sea and the thus of the seas into the ocean depths. That could be somehow about formerly of the Black Pearl. That next scenes would be the scenes is there about Jack, Karina, and Henry going to sail to the Trident. They're searching for the lightning thunderstorms. Once it concluded on the quest for the Trident Poseidon does. If it doesn't matter what the sea takes about the 3 months during the April 2015. One of the night on Henry and the Karina was long stories about Will's Turner curse into the Flying Dutchman in the bottom of the sea. And that shows up that it takes 9 years later for 1742. That's the way, and that's he has it the prologues do during the curse of the sea. And Salazar's story was battle off the Devil's Triangle in the 1700s and the last 51 years. And Silent Mary as the nose ship on the line, as the galleon, as 100 cannons, 100 estimated cannons, as notice about her fateless as in the 9 pirate ships left, including 1 pirate ship left was escaped into the Devil's Triangle. One he has about was escaped when the biggest ships was it into the Devil's Triangle, turned into the ghost into the Devil's Triangle, explosion into the fog, and hot was it turned into the red underwater was the meteor, and to turn into the supernatural powers, and Salazar turns into the powerful under its ghost, and he founds Jack, and he founds a way to chasing sharks sharks after the last day of April. And that's what he is. That's what just attacked by the ghost sharks. Was it been in somebody's kill a lot. He turns in underwater, goes to the ghost a lot. And thus he has a chase under the water on it. That could be the dangerous. That would be a dangerous Spanish pirate hunters. However, and some things, and whale's bone, and one to have the Hangman's Bay, doing it the wedding's kiss, Pig Kelly, and Beatrice, his sister, Pig Kelly. Once it says she going to kiss, Bob also shots him in the royal bones. He said, "Boom, jab, we meet again." He told him he was talking about traded his barrels from Salazar's was concluded from the no merchant ships. Once and a half the ships under there into the coat, and from shrunk a bottle by Blackbeard, and it's the last 5 years ago. and that would be 1746. So the Black Pearl was big enough. She needs to go to the sea, and she's back, which is the original size, and that would be the May 2015. That would be to ship's battle in a night, and that would be waste apparently. That would be caught about the ship's battle for the Black Pearl versus Silent Mary after the destruction of the Excess when the John Scarfield's dead. All of the crew was estimated on destruction and eliminations. And that she's landed there in the Black Rock Island to find it underwater on the Poseidon's tomb is. That could be under there in about 500 meters. That should be neededly totally should be 1,000 feet. And she's totally about associated to the father's curse from free to this Dutchman. And Henry was kidnapped by Salazar and his crew, was taken to his turning to the ghost in his Henry's body is. That's the way to get a half disappointed by his militarily. And Jack Carina Barbosa was searching for the last red crystal, and to search the powerful opening to the ocean floor faults, and that would be the grounded in the Poseidon's tube, and Poseidon, god of the sea. And when Salazar and his ships and the ghost Spanish soldiers was underwater with Danes in there, they can't go into the black sand on it. He'll get die over about the ghost which turn into the dust. That would be no way to be about the fault for anything. But Jack almost killed by Salazar with a trident by Captain Torrance, and Henry was destroyed for curses. His father in his ships was a curse. He frees to turn to the human form. That Black Pearl was free, was sailing to the ocean floor to the faults, was going to the destruction of the Trident of Poseidons, was how we do it. What the Salazar / chasing Jack and his men was drowning and die over into the sea. That certainly Spanish, when the silent ship was fate and it sank, was abandoned after the curse by breaking the by Henry Turner. That's what she completely. How does she do it? How does she break a curse? Tell the tale, and that would be completely Trident Poseidon, and 1751, and Elizabeth her husband's reunited, and Carina and romantic kiss. After Barbosa's mourn to the death was the rest in peace. And he spent about sacrificing himself and killed Salazar and his crew, was banging over the board to the Pearl's anger. There ended up for the ships and the oceans in the ocean floor to the Poseidon's tomb. I just consideration of the Jack's horizon onto the Tortuga. That he goes on a seas and horizon, but he missed the Tortuga on the memories on the crew of the Queen Anne's Revenge, crew of the Dying Gold, caused into the welcoming of the crew of the Black Pearl, and Jack the Monkey restorations in the gave it his compass, and after the Barbosa's death was everything about a sarcasm every night for the explanation later. For now, it's interesting. It's a beloved for each other. We're gonna do it. Anything. That's gonna have a very action when I have to do it. That's what it ended up about 2 hours and 10 minutes. March to June 2015, last 2 years. Doing the most great job there, Johnny, Javier, Kaya, Brenton, Jeffrey, and Orlando Carey doing the most great job of their actors on behind the scenes. So don't forget to feel free to death to Christmas Eve today. Good night shows. Feel free to death. So don't forget, keep your bridge, mateys.